welcome back to my channel. My name is Kelsey and I'm here today to do a 24-hour manga reading vlog. So as I've been going through all of the books on my TBR that I have, I noticed that I have quite a bit of manga. I love manga, I love reading them, but because they take such a short amount of time to read, I always put them off. And I'm like, oh, this time could be spent towards putting effort into this book. And because I feel like I'm not putting in like an effort into reading the book, I always put them off because I'm like, I could do this another day. It only takes like an hour. So because of that, I knew that for 24 hours, one day in the fall season, I was going to reserve it just to read manga. And that's what we're here to do today. So it is currently 5:11 p.m. I just finished work for the week. And I decided because I'm not really doing anything tonight, but the likelihood of me going out on a Saturday night is a lot higher, I decided to start the 24 hours now so I could finish it at 5 p.m. tomorrow. I do plan on eating supper tonight with my boyfriend. I do plan on going to bed. So it's not going to be a real like reading for 24 hours straight type of vlog, but it's just kind of like spending the night and day with me. How we're going to do this, because I plan to read so many volumes of manga, I think what I'm going to do is start a clip explaining what the manga is, why I'm choosing it, whatever, read however long it takes me to read, and then come back with a direct review. So there might be some b-roll footage tomorrow. I am hosting sprints, so there might be some clips from there, but the majority of this is going to be which book, read book, review book. And that's the plan. So for tonight, I have quite a bit of shorter manga that I would like to get to so that I could spend the majority of tomorrow reading my much bigger volumes. Not this one because it's short, but these bad boys. I have a lot of omnibuses that I just don't put in the effort to read. So I would really, they're upside down. This is so embarrassing. But anyways, I would really like to get to these and put a dent into them tomorrow. The shorter manga I have to get through are a mix of stuff. So there's a lot of volumes of things I really want to get to that I've been putting off, like Spy Family. This is a manga that I've heard like literally nothing but good things about. So I really want to pick this up. Definitely a priority. There's two books that I was supposed to get to in the month of October that are kind of like spookier, demon-y type of reads. So I would really like to read these since it's still November and it's not December yet. And like in December, I'm thinking like solely of Christmas time. So I would definitely want to get to these. But then there's also this one. And I completely forgot that I had this manga. When I went to Italy in the summer, I gave my dad the keys to my condo and he snuck in a lot of the books that I had left at his house because he wanted me to like take them so he can clean my old room. And this was in the pile and I completely forgot about this manga. I don't even remember if I've read it. I checked on Goodreads and I haven't, but I don't remember buying this book. I don't remember where I've heard about it. So this is the one I'm going to start off with. It's definitely the manga that's been on my TBR the longest by happenstance because I completely forgot about this. So the Kobayashi twins, Megumu and Mitsuru, were named after historical figures, but only Megumu has grown up with a taste for history. So when Mitsuru is in danger of losing his weekends to extra history classes, he convinces his sister to swap clothes with him and ace his tests. I actually do remember buying this and I kind of remember where I had heard this from. It was from a podcast that I used to listen to where they would talk about the manga that they're reading. And this sounded interesting to me because it's kind of like the 12th night, like they're going, or like she's the man, basically. Like they're transferring schools and they're gonna live life as one another. So we'll see how this one goes. It's definitely going to be the first read. I'm going to read it right now. And then probably after that, I'm either going to touch upon Jujutsu Kaisen or Chainsaw Man. So let's go. Let's start. I'm so excited. This has been the day that I've been excited for the most the entire month. So I just finished the first volume of So Cute It Hurts. I'm sorry. I went into this expecting not to like it at all. And yet here we are. I'm about to buy the second volume. This was great. I really like this. Basically, it's exactly how the premise says. I definitely think it's heavily inspired by 12th Night because the final issue within the novel shows how a lot of the characters are starting to like one another in like a circle. Definitely Shakespearean vibes, definitely She's the Man vibes. So I'm excited to see how that develops. But I thought that this was really cute and it had some representation that I have not seen in manga at all. And throughout the volume, our story artist is talking about how she wanted to include representation of people who are deaf. And I think that that was really interesting that there's like some disability rep in here. And while I can't speak for the representation myself, I think it is touched on pretty well. We do learn a lot about Mitsuru and the girl that he likes. The representation I think is really, really cute because Mitsuru really likes her, and it starts off with him like wanting to apologize to her. So he's like trying to learn sign language so that he could speak to her. And I just thought it was so cute. I think I'm gonna give this a, let me just hear if my fridge, oh, my fridge came on, of course. Give me 2 seconds. So I came into my office just so that you don't have to hear the refrigerator. You might hear the washing machine, but whatever. But I just wanted to finish this by saying that I think I'm gonna give this 4 stars. I definitely really appreciated the growing relationship with Mitsuru and the girl that he likes, but I did find that the relationship between Megumu and Sanada needs to be more developed. I also find Megumu's character, while I understand that she is a girl in like a shoujo manga, so she's definitely gonna act shy and like childish, I definitely think that she knows that she's switching like identities with her brother, and I feel like she knows her brother, like she should just act like him a little bit. So I did find her storyline to be a bit weird, but I'm hoping that it will develop from there, and especially the relationship between her and Sanada, because I instantly like this boy. So I'm very excited. I'm pleasantly surprised. For a manga that I told you guys, I literally forgot that I owned. I literally forgot this existed. It is now my new obsession, and I need to buy the next volumes, and I need to read them because I need to know how the story develops. And I looked it up and it only has 15 volumes. So that's pretty attainable, and I think I'm gonna do it. Not today, but eventually. So my boyfriend is coming home soon, and then we're gonna order burgers and poutines. I'm very excited. Definitely in the mood for it. But then after, his friend is coming over. So it will depend the mood I'm in, if I want to chill with them, if I just want to like relax and read manga. But I do want to get a manga in before he gets here. So I'm going to try Jujutsu Kaisen Volume 1. This is easily one of the most like hyped manga on my TBR. So it follows a teenager named Yuji Itadori, and he has immense physical strength, and it's something to behold. Every sports club wants him to join, but Itadori would rather hang out with the school outcasts in the occult research club. One day, the club manages to get their hands on a seal-cursed object. Little do they know the terror they'll unleash when they break the seal. I know this is about demons, obviously by the hand. I think Yuji Itadori gets possessed. I don't know, but I'm very keen to read this. I have been really looking forward to it. So it shall be done. Okay, so now I'm in the office. We just finished eating. Did I take a video of it? No. But after we finished eating, I finished reading Jujutsu Kaisen Volume 1, giving this 5 stars. Perfect. There was nothing wrong with this volume. It had a great introduction to the world that was easily understandable. It had a great main character. Itadori is super fucking funny, and I think he brings a lightness to the comic series that is otherwise very dark, right? Because this comic is dealing with like death and demons and monsters and ghosts, right? So I think it's super interesting to have Itadori as a main character, but I also think the humor in this novel really balances it. Gege Akutami has really great humor. Like, I knew that from the front page where he says, like, the other day I saw a video of myself laughing hysterically. I was a little taken aback by how demonic I looked. I hope you enjoy that type of person's first graphic novel. Like, relatable. He's hilarious. And this made me really laugh. I think the characters overall have a great humor. And so far, if you want to know my favorite character, it is Fushiguro, who I love. He is a little emo boy. He's very, like, silent and brooding, and I love that. But also we met a newer character towards the end of the novel, Nobara Kugisaki, and I love her. I think she's really badass, but she's also really funny too, and I think her and Itadori's friendship that's happening right now is super funny. I think the trio together along with their teacher Gogo is really funny. I think the humor is perfect. Love this. I can't say anything bad about this. So before my boyfriend's friend gets here, I do want to at least try to make a dent into Chainsaw Man. So I feel like I've read the synopsis a lot, but basically it's about a man named Denji who will do anything for money, even hunting down devils with his pet devil dog Pochita. He's a simple man with simple dreams, drowning under a mountain of debt, but his sad life gets turned upside down when he's betrayed by someone he trusts. Now with the power of the devil inside him, Denji becomes the Chainsaw Man. So I don't know what this means. This manga anime series just came into like my peripheral vision in the last like 6 months. People have been freaking out about it. So definitely want to read volume 1 just to see what the hype is about, to see if I even like it. So let's go. Hello, so I wanted to give an update. My boyfriend's friend left, but in the time that he was here, I did manage to read 3 more volumes. So I do want to give a quick update for those. So I did manage to read Chainsaw Man by Tatsuki Fujimoto, and I gave this a 3 stars. I think that this could definitely be a bingeable series. I understand why this is like an extremely popular manga and anime. For me, the morality of the main character paired with like his immature humor didn't really do much for me. I'm definitely intrigued by the magic I don't even know if I would call it a magic system, the like demonic system of this world. I think it's interesting that there are these devils that can like take over humans, but this man is extremely horny, and I don't know how much I can take of it. But I do really like the character of Power in this. I think she's really interesting. So while I might not be running to the store to pick this one up, if I see Chainsaw Man, or there's like a manga deal, I might pick up volume 2. I definitely think it could have an intriguing story. I could see Denji possibly growing as a character, but his obsession with boobs, like, I get it, bro. But like, also, you know, I think you have bigger problems. After that, I picked up The Way of the House Husband by Kosuke Uno. And I had heard this from my friend Ness, who really enjoyed this manga series. And when they were posting about it, I decided that I wanted to pick it up as well. I ended up giving this a 3.5 stars. I really like the wholesomeness of this novel. I really love a man who looks like this, yet cares so much about his wife that he's willing to leave his profession to become a house husband so she can like work and do her thing, you know? And I appreciate that. He is definitely taking it really seriously. I found a lot of the jokes in the book were really funny. I found myself giggling a little bit. And I definitely really like the immortal dragon as a character. I think he's really interesting. And this dynamic that he has with his wife, I think is going to be a fun read. I do have the 2nd volume already, so I'll definitely be getting to it if I have time during this readathon, because I already have it. But if not, eventually within the next year. The only thing is that the structure of the novel is kind of more like short spurts, slice of life, everyday comics, and there's not a real overarching plot of the book, and I think that that's what it was missing for it to have felt more complete to me. I think if there was some sort of overarching plot with these daily shenanigans of his, I would have enjoyed it more. But I still enjoy my experience, and I think I will just grow to like this series. So I'll definitely be picking up volume 2. And then we had another 5-star read, Spy Family Volume 1, Perfection. I have heard nothing but good things. This basically follows a master spy named Twilight who is on a new assignment to get married and have a kid in order to take down some sort of like a government thing. I didn't really understand that aspect. What he doesn't know is that the wife he's chosen is an assassin and the child he's adopted is a telepath. I love this so much. I think it was absolutely perfect. The intrigue of the novel is there. He's a spy, he has a mission, how is he gonna get away with it? The intrigue is there. The characters are amazing. I really like Twilight. You're really seeing him in both facets of like his personality. So you have his spy aspect, his like dangerous side, and then you have his like really loving fatherly like ambitions, and I think it's really cute. Then you have his wife, who, I forgot her name. Yor is this really sweet young woman who is a badass assassin, and that comes out sometimes. And I really like that. I think they're like the perfect match. So I'm hoping that they do actually fall in love. And then of course, their child, Anya, sweetest angel. Oh my God, do I love this character so much. This story revolved around them trying to get into school because the government official that Twilight is trying to like fight or defeat or kill, whatever it is, his son goes to the school. So they're trying to get Anya into that school. And I love the shenanigans. I love how they work as a family unit. I just think they're so perfect. And I also have volume 2 of Spy Family as well. So up in the cards to see if I'll read it in the next 12 hours, I guess. What time is it? It's
about 2 a.m. right now, and I plan on sleeping at least until 9, getting on at 10 o'clock for some reading sprints. So I did post a story to see what book I'm going to read. So I'm going to open that tomorrow, and we're going to see what I will be starting the reading sprints with. But that's it for this update, and I'll see you tomorrow. I'm ready for bed and ready to slumber.
So,
Did you change my vote? Because I voted for One Piece by accident.
oh, wait.
'Cause
Now,
I woke up at 3 a.m. and I couldn't sleep, and I saw your stories and I saw the options like One Piece. I'm like, yes. And then Full Metal. I'm like, oh no, I should have read all the options before I voted.
okay, so if that's the case, then One Piece and Attack on Titan are tied.
Shit. Who wants to be the
Then
tiebreaker?
keep my One Piece vote. Keep my One Piece vote.
Okay. So I'll start with One Piece today. And then I'm gonna get through all of them though. That's the goal. Hello, good morning. So we're just about to start our first sprints, and the people have chosen. Everybody wants me to read One Piece, and everybody wants me to reread the first volume. So I did read the first volume in Reading Books Like RM, which was a video I did in June, I think it was, or July maybe. And I really, really loved it. I gave it 5 stars. So I know that this is going to be a success. And I think I'm going to reread the first volume just so I can like really immerse myself into the volume and then proceed from there. So that's it. I'm going to be moving on to my thicker mangas today. So the omnibuses, just because I'm on sprints, I'm reading for a solid 45 minutes at a time. So I just feel like it's going to work out better. I'm on sprints with Danny and Simone. So I'll add a little clip of us chatting and chit-chatting about like White Sand and how much we hate this one piece of medium for Brandon Sanderson. But hopefully I will enjoy this. Hello, so I just wanted to do a quick update because I finished One Piece and we are currently, I don't know, 4th sprint, I don't know what it is. It took me the entire morning, but I really, really loved it. It's 3 volumes, so that's why it took me so long, but I absolutely loved it. I'm giving this 5 stars. I should have known from the beginning that it was gonna be 5 stars, but this was a solid start to what I think is going to be an epic series. And I know I'm talking to people who know what One Piece is. I just never thought I would like it, and yet here I am. So it was actually really fun. I really like Luffy or Luffy. I have to learn how to say his name. I think it's Luffy. I really like him as a main character because he's so silly and funny, but obviously my favorite character is Zolo. Hello. But in this one, we really see Luffy getting together with a group of people. And at this point now we're at it ended on like a really thrilling part. So I'm definitely, I don't know if I have the second omnibus of this. I have to check. I don't think so, but I'm definitely going to buy it because I really want to continue with One Piece. I absolutely adored it. I think it's amazing. I think the writing is super funny. I said this in the RM blog that I've already tagged, that I absolutely loved the first volume and I was genuinely surprised, and that just continued the entire rest of the other volumes. It was so sweet, so good. I really like where the story is going, and like I said, I really like Luffy, and I think that's credited to the way that he interacts with other people. I just really like it, and I really like the bad guys in this. They are like silly and dumb in a way, but I think it's in a charming way, and I really appreciate this story. So yeah, another 5-star manga volume. I'm definitely going to update the sprints when we talk about it, but I'm so excited to continue with this. I don't know what else to say. You know, when you read a 5-star thing and you're like, it's just perfect. Like, I have nothing bad to say. I literally have nothing bad to say about this. The humor in this is funny, whereas we saw with Chainsaw Man, it was a bit like immature. And even though I think this is targeting maybe younger audiences, I still think it's funny, and it's not funny in like a bad way. Like, it's genuinely funny, and I recommend it. And now for Danny, who's also on the sprints, I'm going to be reading Full Metal Alchemist volume. This is the 3rd omnibus, so I'm very well into this series by now, but I absolutely love this series as well. So I know that I'm gonna finish this and still love it. So let's just continue with this journey. I'm so happy I'm doing this, by the way, because I'm having so much fun. And I think I just needed this for the end of the year because I had a really rough year mentally. and physically because I had surgery. So this is just a great day for me. Sorry, interrupting again because I forgot to talk about what Full Metal Alchemist is about, but basically it follows two brothers, Elric and Alphonse, and what they do is, in order to try to bring their mother back to life, they dabble in like some alchemy. And what ends up happening is that due to them not really knowing what they were doing and dabbling in like magical arts that they don't really know, Elric loses his arm and his foot, I believe, and then Alphonse loses his entire body, so his spirit is put into a full body armor suit, and that's the basic premise of the story. And then at the beginning of the first volume, Edward becomes a state alchemist, and his goal in becoming a alchemist is in order to restore him and his brother to like their original bodies, and in order to do that they need to capture the legendary philosopher's stone. So that's what we're looking at. Obviously the story has really expanded from there, and I can't wait to dive into this. So hello, so I just finished the Omnibus Volume 3 of Full Metal Alchemist. I think I'm going to give this a 4 stars. I still really enjoyed it, but there were some aspects of the book that were a little confusing to me. A lot of the state alchemist lieutenants already look the same to me, and then you amplify that because one of the bad guys in this series can turn into other people. So there's some aspects of the story that I was a little confused on. A lot of heartbreaking elements of the last volume in this omnibus, but I did still really enjoy it. It made me fall back in love with the Full Metal Alchemist series. I definitely need to catch up. I think I have the next volume in this omnibus series, so I'm probably going to pick it up so that I could continue. But yeah, still love this series. I still love Alphonse and Elric. I just like them as characters, and also Winry. So super excited to continue. But what I'm going to do is I still have 20 minutes until 5 o'clock, which is when I started this yesterday, which would make it the full 24 hours. So I wanted to start a shorter one. This is The Promised Neverland by Kao Shirai, and I've heard that this is traumatizing to people. So it basically follows a group of kids who I think are like at an orphanage, and they're not allowed to leave the grounds of the orphanage. This means that there's something secretive going on outside of the orphanage, and I think the kids find out in this volume, and apparently it's disturbing. Apparently. We'll see what happens, but this is what I'm going to read. If my boyfriend doesn't come home soon, maybe I'll continue another one, but this might be the last one I read. Okay, so because The Promised Neverland is fucked up, and I know that they're not allowed to leave the grounds, one of the kids is leaving the grounds to go to a foster home. She got like adopted or whatever, and she forgot her bunny, and one of them is going to escape to go give her her bunny. And I feel like it's going to get fucked up. So I kind of want to film my reaction. So we're going to see what happens. That was the most fucked up thing I ever had in my whole entire life. This was not a joke. This was not a joke. Hello, so as I was getting ready to edit this vlog, I realized that I never closed it out. I never ended on how I felt about The Promised Neverland Volume 1. So I know The Promised Neverland I gave the most updates to. It's definitely because I think objectively out of all of the manga we read, well, we didn't read it together, I read. Out of all the manga that I read, it was like the most interesting one, but also the most fucked up one, but also the most engaging one. It was an all-around excellent book. I think it's no surprise that I gave this 5 stars. It was fucked. It was absolutely fucked. fucked. And I loved it. I'm definitely going to purchase the next volumes in this manga series because literally what the fuck. I'm shook. I don't want to give too much details into the plot about this book and like what happened, because I definitely think that you should go into this absolutely blind. I had no idea. I knew there was something fucked up because I know people have that like reaction of something fucked up happening. So like I knew, but I didn't know and I wasn't prepared. And I think you need to not be prepared to like this manga and let the results of it affect you in such a way. So how about we go over all of the manga I read for this weekend, just as like a little TLDR, just so we can summarize the vlog perfectly. So we started off the vlog with reading So Cute It Hurts Volume 1. Surprisingly, really enjoyed this. Gave it 4 stars. Another banger of the vlog, Jujutsu Kaisen Volume 1. Absolutely loved it. Definitely buying the next volume. Gave this 5 freaking stars. Amazing. Not as successful, Chainsaw Man Volume 1, 3 stars. The more separated I am from this reading experience, the more I don't like it that much. Good for everyone else. Maybe not for me. The Way of the House Husband, Volume 1, 3.5 stars. I enjoyed my time with it, but it just didn't offer anything more than a good time. Spy Family, number 1, another fucking banger. 5 stars. Love the characters, love the art style. Definitely getting into the next volumes. One Piece, do I need to say it again? Another banger, 5 stars. Love this. Buying the next 3-in-1 omnibus and consuming it whenever I possibly can. Full Metal Alchemist, a series that I absolutely love. 4 stars. Really enjoyed this as usual. Love the characters. Love everything about the series. The Promised Neverland Volume 1, banger, hit, fucked up. 5 stars. Loved it. So that's it. Those are all of the mangas I read for my 24-hour mangathon. If you read any mangas with me, if you were participating in the chats, let me know down below what you read. And if you would like to follow me on any of my other social medias, I do leave a link down below to my Twitter, Goodreads, and Instagram if you would like to follow me there. And because it is the end of the video, please do not forget to like, subscribe, and ring the notification bell. I tell you every time, but it does wonders for my channel. It makes me feel really good. But yeah, that's it. I don't know how to end these things, so I will see you next time. Okay, bye!